My name is Rebecca Mitchell. I work at Hunger Free Vermont as our Child Nutrition Initiatives Manager. I lead a team of folks who are supporting communities around the state of Vermont in their efforts to feed kids 18 and under. There's a whole mosaic of federally funded child nutrition programs, and our role is really helping schools navigate those rules and regulations and come up with some strategies to leverage those programs in a meaningful way. So there are a few main programs that myself and my team work on, one of them being school meals, the school breakfast program and national school lunch program. Any school in Vermont who serves K through 12 kids is able to use those programs, and it provides funding to offset the cost of those breakfasts and lunches served to kids. So we help schools in making sure that those programs are marketed and kids are excited about eating breakfast and lunch, that they're able to source from the plethora of Vermont farms and producers to make sure that those meals are really wholesome and making sure that needs are being met in terms of nutrient access. The pandemic has been really interesting because it's really laid bare the realities that our team knew about the shortfalls as well as the importance of all of these nutrition programs which we were working on. When schools in Vermont closed down pretty abruptly in March of 2020, school nutrition professionals really rallied to make sure that they were still able to reach kids no matter where they were learning. So because of the pandemic, there are a number of program flexibilities that have been in place which allow schools to offer universal school meals. So free meals for all kids 18 and under, no paperwork, no specific identification or eligibility needed on the behalf of those kids or families. And that's been huge because it's allowed us to really see what it looks like for the entire state of Vermont to operate under a universal feeding model. School districts have gotten really creative with how they're feeding kids, and Burlington has been a pioneer in piloting a model of meal kits for kids. Families are able to come and pick up a box that has kind of everything you need to feed your child over the course of a few days. There's some ready-to-go meals that just need to be heated and served. There's large containers of milk. There's often a bag of carrots or some apples. So a mix of prepared foods as well as locally sourced ingredients that families can really enjoy some cooking together and really sharing the joy of preparing a meal as a family, which is beautiful.
My name is Heather Torrey. I'm a registered dietitian and the assistant director for the Burlington School Food Project. And today we are at the Burlington High School Family Meal Kit distribution location. Since September, we've been able to offer weeks worth of food in these meal kits to anyone with a child under the age of 19. So we've seen families come from Winooski, Colchester, South Burlington, as far as St. Albans to come and access these family meal kits. In each meal kit, we provide the ingredients for 7 days worth of breakfast, lunch, supper, and snack for 1 week for one child. This model is completely different from anything that we've done in the past. Typically, we are accustomed to making menus and serving one meal at a time to children. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic and emergency feeding needs for the city, the USDA allowed us to access some flexibilities around how we serve meals, which is what enabled us to provide bulk ingredients for families. It took us a while to figure out the logistics of how to do it, but once we got some of the bugs worked out, we were able to move from grab-and-go bags of food that was prepackaged and trays of individual meals to what I like to call a school lunch CSA, where I've gotten feedback from families that have said that their kids' favorite time of the week is when they get to open the box and see what treats are in the box that week. And that's been really my goal. One of the blessings of being able to provide meals in this form is that we've been able to buy a lot of our food from the local economy, so supporting local farmers, local producers.
I'm really grateful for it. It supports another family in my neighborhood, so I do a pickup for them who has fallen on hard times with the pandemic, and my family as well. We're not usually in a position where we need any assistance at all, but we have a business that was closed for several months, and it was a pretty tough thing. So we're thankful for any help that we can get, and the nutrition is fantastic, and we're just really grateful, and they make it so easy, and they're so kind, and it's just one less thing to think about, the staples, just to be able to come and get them. So it's super, super helpful. Like a big deal.